So let me start by sharing a little bit about my journey with you all. I'm Major Bhavna Chauhan and I've proudly served in the Indian Army. I'm an architecture graduate from Delhi, from SPA Delhi. So I've done my college from Delhi. After my graduation, I got commissioned in the Indian Army in the Corps of Engineers as a technical entry. So the first posting usually after training is to your regiment. And when I joined my regiment, within a few months, Operation Parakram started. So from our peacetime location, we were deployed on the borders on the western sector in Punjab. And we were living in tents and in makeshift arrangements. And we were conducting combat engineering tasks. So I was very lucky to get that exposure right out of academy. I've also served in MES, which is the Military Engineering Service. And it is a branch of Corps of Engineers where you design and you plan and execute the infrastructure projects for defense. So since I'm an architect, I was part of a design team and we worked on a number of projects. I was lucky to be part of a few important projects like OTA Chennai and Infantry School, Mau. I'm a short service commission officer. So after my stint in the army, I turned to writing. Now, writing was always my hobby and I wanted to pursue it a little bit more seriously. So these are, I'll just tell the things. This is at the passing out parade. I was first in order of merit in my corps. And this is from training days. That is all the medal holders. And this was published in the newspaper. I led the parade. So that's something there. This is from my book signing. Now, my book is called Where Girls Dare. And it is the story of a common Delhi college graduate like you who she goes and she joins the Officers Training Academy in 2001. And that was the year I got commissioned as an officer. And Indian Army had just started women entry. Uske pehle there were no women who were serving in the Indian Army. So it was a very recent phenomena and there was a huge debate. Should women be allowed to serve in the army? Will it be successful? And army, as you know, they have a lot of tradition. They are stiffly guarded institutions. So I shall give you my personal example. When I joined my unit, my engineer unit, I am officially the first lady officer in my unit. So my unit is a very old and a very prestigious unit dating back to the 18th century. And it has a strong Maratha and a Sikh troop composition. And the background of the troops is such that some of them have seen a woman in uniform. So let alone a woman in a position of power, someone who is an officer from whom they have to take orders. So in a situation like that, the only way you have to prove yourself and command the respect of your troops is through your work and work alone. And the dictum of the army is that it's the uniform which matters, not the gender. And there are two values, core values, which I want to share with you. One is conviction. The other is consistency. Conviction is a very strong belief in your aim, in what you want to do, in yourself. And that is very important. You can't have a half-hearted or a thanda approach to your life. Whatever you do, please do it with full josh, full passion. Because you will have days when things will go wrong, when the world is going to question you. And on those days, you will feel like giving up. But what will stand for you is your conviction. And here I want to share some of my very favorite lines from a poet called Maharishi Azad. तू अपनी खूबियां ढूंढ, कमियां निकालने के लिए लोग हैं ना. अगर रखना है कदम तो आगे रख, पीछे खींचने के लिए लोग हैं ना. सपने देखने हैं तो ऊंचे देख, नीचा दिखाने के लिए लोग हैं ना. अपने अंदर जुनून की चिंगारी जगा, जलने के लिए लोग हैं ना. नाउ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन्स. भरोसा रखना है तो खुद पर रख, शक करने के लिए लोग हैं ना, तो बस अपने को सवार ले, आईना दिखाने के लिए लोग हैं ना. Thank you so much. So that is about the power of conviction. Now, conviction alone is not enough. Need consistency. And consistency is daily work, day in, out you're putting in work. That is also one quality and one dictum which the Indian Army follows a lot. You come to the academy, you are at ground zero. You don't know anything. And you practice the same thing again and again so much that after a few months, if there's no light, it's 12 o'clock in the night, you are blindfolded, but you will perform the full task. So that is the power of consistency. My tip to you would be that whatever your goal is in life, take baby steps every day. Otherwise, it will become overwhelming for you, you know. So take small steps, do it daily. And I'll share a very interesting and a very funny incident from my training days. In academy, the first week is the toughest. That is called the nightmare. You are homesick and the training is very tough, very tough. You have ragda, you have punishments, you're not standing straight, your hair are not combed properly, you're answering back because there is a certain set of rules, regulation. First week, you have the maximum dropouts. You have people who will leave the academy and go. And everyone in heart of their hearts, they question ki yaar main yahan kar kya raha hu? Why did I come here? You also have a set of tests in the first week so that you know how you are doing in comparison to your colleagues. So you have a set of academic and a set of physical tests. And for me also, the first week was really bad. And I was thinking here, why did I leave my architecture thing and come here? I was very passionate about joining army. My dad is from the army. I wanted to join, but this was there. Now, when the test result came out, physical test, and I'm quite good in studies. I'm also a sports girl, but academy is a different level. So in the physical test, I managed to flunk all. And I thought, ki yaar, ye to zyada ho gaya. What am I going to do now? And how will I do it? I said, nahi, keep patient. Do your daily bit. And I want to share with you that the day I graduated, the passing out parade, I was first in my batch in the order of merit. I've secured the silver medal. And also out of all the 12 proficiency medals, 6 I got. So, thank you. I am not brilliant, but I work very hard and I break it into small things. That's all. And that was the year 2001, where I was the first lady officer in my unit, the only one. Nobody had seen a lady in uniform before. And now is the year 2024, where I'm very proudly sharing that there are women officers who are commanding regiments. Now, this is the first time in the history of Indian Army that women have commanded regiments. They are becoming full colonels and they are assuming command appointments. So that is a very huge step and a huge statement for the growth and the transformation of the Indian Army. 2024 is also the year of technological absorption for the Indian Army. Now, warfare is changing at a very fast rate. Why? Because the geopolitical dynamics are changing and you are not restricted to just 3 domains of land, sea and air. There is extensive usage of satellites, of artificial intelligence, of cyber attacks. So, Indian Army is also revolutionizing its defense capabilities through technology. And that happens with 2024. So if we see how the Indian Army is integrating technology, then at the command level, there is a creation of cyber support groups, which is the Command Cyber Operations Support Wings. And cyber security has become of extreme importance for the Army because you have to protect your infrastructure from digital threats. You know, you must have read in the newspapers about hackers who are damaging the sites and the data from important institutions. So you have to protect that. And a very big step, initiative in that direction is Project Sambhav. That is a secure end-to-end mobile ecosystem just for the Indian Army. And it will work on 5G technology. Then we come to satellite imagery. There is a military objects detection system. And it is a AI, artificial intelligence based model. So basically, it will not only detect in the satellite images that there is an object, it will do the classification immediately. So you are reducing the time for reconnaissance and surveillance, and the commanders can make decisions very timely. Next, we come to a specialist unit. Now, Indian Army has also raised one of its kind specialist unit. Here it is the Signals Technology Evaluation and Adaptation Group. This is a regiment which is going to evaluate all the modern technologies and see how they can have defense applications, how we can use it for the defense purposes. Now, Indian Army is also planning to reduce the reliance on animals. You have transport units where you have animals like mules, horses, and they will be replaced with drones. When we come to the topic of drones, I would like to introduce you to the multipurpose octocopter. This is a game changer in the military operations, and this has been recently developed by Havaldar Virender Singh. You can see his picture, and he was awarded the VSM by the President on Republic Day Eve for this. Now, when you talk about a conventional drone, that is basically for surveillance. Okay. Now, this is a multifaceted drone and it has a number of purposes. You can use it for surveillance and also for logistical operations. You also have HR, that is human resource infusion, that is through the Agniveer scheme. And the territorial army is also being expanded. You have cyber experts from the civil and the military who are being brought in. So that is how the Indian Army is defending tomorrow. And when I talk of tomorrow, I see a lot of young faces in front of me, and you all have a very bright future and a tomorrow in front of you. And I would like to conclude by saying that whatever you pursue in your life, your passion, your career, your goal, please do it with full josh. Do it with a lot of conviction. Have that conviction in your heart and do it with a lot of consistency. I wish you a lot of success. And I want to conclude by thanking TED SVC for this wonderful platform and this opportunity. Thank you. Jai Hind.